Hey guys, I just wanted to make a quick video on how I am funding the builds that I'm posting, right? Because, well, I'm sure you've seen that I posted quite a few and you might be wondering where the currency is coming from. So, I like doing Alvas. Well, I don't particularly like doing Alvas, but I think it's a pretty fast way to make some decent currency, right? Of course, you can still do Harvest. This late in the league, Harvest is very good if we look at the exchange. So, Harvest is like also very cheap. That's like one map if you're lucky, right? But I like doing Alvas a little bit. So basically, you just get some of these scarabs, diamond scarabs, and then you're milking the corruption chamber. So as you can see here, um, from the area level, all right, this is 83. This is 1, 1, 1, 1, 83, 1, 1, 1. So most of the temples are actually coming from the scarabs. And let's run a couple of maps. I'll show you how I do it. First, I guess I need to mention that you do want both of these, and you don't really need this, as it will, if when you're farming with scarabs, you do want to get as many temples as possible. So in case we do luck out and we get a corruption chamber in the very first temple, let's see. So in this case I didn't, but if we had gotten a corruption chamber in here, it would have been potentially 4 temples from one Alva, right? So good thing about the strat is obviously that you don't need to run tier 16s or even yellow maps, right? You can just run white tier 1s if you want to. Of course, this way you're not really making any other currency as much, but you know, if your only goal is farming the currency from temples, might as well do this. And for example, my tornado shot is fairly fast, right? I mean, it doesn't have a head enter or anything. This is my character that I farm with, so it's pretty fast. Now of course it is tornado shot, so the clear is good, and it's giga squishy, but doesn't matter if everything dies before it touches you, right? So, and the temples are also pretty fast. Like all you need to do in here, once you get the hang of it, it's really fast. So first you just check the one that can change, right? So already it's not a Doriani or a corruption. Actually, you can probably ignore Dorian. It's only 60 chaos right now, but I still like to play with Dorian as well. But if this is not corruption or Dorian, you just ignore it. You always go for the upgrade. And of course, in the early stages of the temple, you want to connect a couple of rooms, primarily just some in the middle, so then it's easier to connect the other ones um, when you get to them, when you get the locus or Dorian. But basically just, you know, initially try to connect some rooms in the middle, depending on the speed of your character. This can probably take like, I don't know, 30 seconds to clear the room or something like that. And well, right now the temple that's in there is already halfway connected, and I pretty much don't even need any more stones. So in case there's this, where we don't have anything, right, you just obviously look at both if there's corruption or Doriani. If not, you choose whatever. There was a Shrine of Empowerment, so I will take the Shrine of Empowerment over here, because it does give us an extra chance of actually upgrading, let's say, locus if it appears nearby. And generally, when you have a shrine, try not to connect it to any rooms, in case if you don't get an upgrade for it, so you can only have it connected to the locus or the Riani, whichever appears. And again, nothing in the invading architect or whatever they're called, so we're just, you know, we're just upgrading. And in this case I do want another stone just to connect it a little bit. This is a pretty good room since it's already connected with the one on the left side as well, so I'll open it. And like right now we pretty much have all the temple connected. Well, the only way that it matters. And after you're done with the Alvas, you just leave. You don't really need to. And of course, you're also technically farming the Ether. I know the invitations don't sell for as much, but you know, it still adds up, I guess, if you want to. I just generally save the invitations to benchmark my builds a little bit. I should have a couple still left. Yeah, I had way more. Well, I also did the challenges, so you know, it serves a couple of purposes. Of course, I'm doing it really slow, right? You don't you don't need to go every single time into the stash. You can just do it like this, right? Just have a couple maps ready, and then you go again. And as you can see, I haven't used the timeline scarab yet. We're looking for a corruption chamber. If it's a Doriani that you get, you don't. It's not worth the money to try your luck with Doriani. But with Locus of Corruption, it pays off. The scarabs are currently about 5 to 1 divine, so the payout is pretty big, even though it is technically a 33% chance. Nothing good again. Or the Atziri I generally don't take, because it can sometimes ruin the temple for other people. If I get a stone that's in here, I'll of course use it, but generally at this point the stones don't matter too much. You just need to get a couple of the connected rooms in the middle, and that's about it. Then whenever you get the locus, you should be good. You're going to be able to connect it to at least something that's connected. And don't bother too much with like opening every single room and making sure that everything is connected as much as possible. People don't really care. I mean, if you're running the temples yourselves, you can do that just for the sake of convenience, but generally to save the time, you just... And obviously don't run maps like this. Like, this is a horrible map, right? I'm just a little bit short on Jungle Valley, so I'm just running whatever the map that I pick up. But when it comes to like opening the rooms, don't even bother opening everything. There's no point. People don't really care when they're buying. Of course, it does take them a little bit longer to run the temple, but that's not our problem, right? Yeah, this map is pretty bad. It takes a lot of time to run a map like this, where it's like a maze, right? So don't run maps like this. So now that the Shrines of the Shrine of Empowerment is going to be level 2 or 3, I think we can also open it up. It doesn't, again, you don't really need to, but like I got the stone here, so there's no downside, right? Just a couple more seconds. There's another stone if I wanted to, but not gonna bother. And there you go, then you just leave. This temple has been quite unlucky since we haven't gotten a single locus of corruption, or I'm not gonna run the curse scripts, like they suck. I'll just run Jungle Valleys to show you kind of like what type of that's it. Like how much time you would actually need to do the Alvas. So we can see the clock. Let's say it's 25, right? Say it's 25. As you can see, I didn't even like, it's not locus, so I just don't bother. I know I'm gonna upgrade and that's it. And then you just leave. Because, well, at this point I do have my filter set to very strict, so workshop. Even if there was a locus corruption instead of the Shrine of Empowerment, I would still take it, because that's the only thing that matters, right? But so far we've been quite unlucky with the temples, but as you can see, it doesn't take long to run through the map if you have a character that's pretty fast. Corruption Chamber, perfect. So this is actually a perfect time to show you how to kind of maximize the scarabs. So right now I know that I will have a locus of corruption here regardless, and I have 4 incursions left, which means we technically can still get we can use 2 scarabs on this, but we do need to leave the map for this to work, because one Alva is 3 maps. Sorry, one map is 3 Alvas, so right now we have 4, and we know that the next one is going to be Corruption Chamber for sure. So what we're going to do is just leave and open another map. So I know I'm in the stash, and then we use the scarab, because when you leave the map, it always goes back to the same chamber as well as the same options. And there's also a little bit more to it. For example, when you're not opening the Alva at all, it's not determined, like you don't know what's gonna be in there, so you kind of can play into that part as well. but at the very least right now we're gonna have one locus of corruption. Well, two locus, two chances at locus. Of course, this kinda does diminish our ability to make it level 3, but we've been... I forgot which one it is. Okay, this one. But at this point, you know, we're 4 incursions away from completing the temple, so it's very unlikely that we're gonna get it level 3 as is. So there's no point. We'll just go take the scarab and try to gamble your way into getting it from the scarab. And you can also just check it when you go into the map by pressing V as well, in case if you're looking for a Doriani. If you forgot to check it before entering the incursion. Now the last incursion sometimes okay, it's not too bad. So I'm not even gonna connect this map, I'm just gonna get out as soon as possible. Yeah, this chamber doesn't matter at all, so you know, it's not even connected, but we'll leave. And now we gamble. Well, we didn't win, but we have another chance. Maybe we'll win this time. I didn't pick up any maps. And I forgot the scarab. Go again. But yeah, I cleared the map in like 3 minutes. Actually way less. Should have been a bit less. Been like 2.5 because it was like halfway already. And yeah. No Doriani, didn't get locus, but all that matters is that we get another chance at the timeline scarab. And let's see. No luck. But regardless, this is how I am making currency this far into the league. There's like Alva and Harvest. That's, well, of course, beasts as well, if you want. But beasts are very annoying because you need to clear the beast here, right? I did a bunch of beasts as well. It's pretty good. But yeah, this is how I am making currency currently. Of course, I am preparing for another build, which I will try to put together today. Actually, it's going to be a part of a series. I'm hoping that I can maybe make you guys play a little bit more off-meta characters for fun. You know, obviously, those builds might not be your, let's say, first choice when you're starting a league, because ideally you want something a little bit faster to farm up, right? But for example, currently, if you go to PoE Ninja, there's like so many skills that nobody plays at all, and I picked one of them, one of the bottom ones, and I already made a bob and everything, and I'll reroll one of my characters, and of course I needed some currency, so I did some farming, right? I'm gonna finish farming the 4 scarabs, and hopefully we can put it together. If you are gonna watch the next video as well, you can even track how many divines I spent. Well, I mean, I'll tell it to you, I guess, but I'm hoping that the build isn't gonna cost more than 30. From how it looks in the pub, it shouldn't really, but we'll see. It's a pretty cool build, I think. Hopefully it turns out well. So yeah, that is it for today. Well, actually, no, not for today. I'll probably post the other video in like a couple of hours as well if I put it together fast enough. But yeah, that is it for this video. Hope you guys farm some Alvas and make some currency if you need it. Right, talk to you later. Bye bye.